This month, I am partnering with Cozy Earth to celebrate people who bring us comfort when we need it most. Healthcare workers. Maybe you've had a nurse that held your hand, a doctor who truly listened, or someone who showed up in scrubs in a way that you'll never forget. Now is our chance to give back. I am so passionate about this one because all that my family and my daughter Ozzy has been through this past year. It really means so much to have someone who makes you feel heard or gives you comfort in a time that might feel tiring or scary. Before I give more details on how you can do your part, I wanted to share a little about a moment that I still think about today, even if it seems small. So we've had a few hospitalizations, like inpatient stays, for my daughter while she's undergoing her cancer treatment. So this particular time was this past December when I was 8 months pregnant and very large. I was staying with her full time during the day, but my husband would go to work during the day and then he'd come back and we'd both stay the night. So many of you know Ozzy isn't walking yet, and it's really difficult in a hospital setting. Like at home, you can set her down if you need to do something quick, but in the hospital, it's just not sanitary, and we were doing all we could to keep her healthy. In addition to this, I was sleeping on an air mattress and my body just ached. Nap time was especially tough because she needs to be held to sleep, and only Bryce or I have been able to get her down, and her grandma's on occasion. So that day, our nurse, her name was Rylan, she came in. She was one of our favorites of many in the hospital that we were in. But she came in and she's like, "Hey Jess, I was just wondering if you wanted me to try to get Ozzy down for nap for you." That seemed like crazy to me because she wouldn't fall asleep for anybody, but I was so exhausted that I was like, you know what, like let's give it a try. And Rylan just scooped her up, and Ozzy just like stared at her as Rylan hummed and talked to her quietly, and Ozzy fell asleep in her arms. Not only that, but she held her until she was like in a deeper sleep, and she was able to transfer her to a crib, which felt like a miracle after endless contact naps. It was such a quiet and sweet gesture, but it just meant so much to me. If you're somebody who brings comfort to those around you, just like our healthcare heroes, use this link to get 50% off your Cozy Earth order until September 5th.